Versatility is very important in the NFL. You have to be able to play multiple different positions, and this is especially true in the secondary. Many cornerbacks eventually end up converting to safeties in the NFL, and we even see some safeties come down and play in the nickel or the slot, and some even play on the outside. One of the most versatile weapons in the 2024 NFL Draft is Iowa defensive back Cooper DeJean, a guy who has played in the slot, played outside, returns punts, he's played safety. This is a guy who can truly do it all for your defense. But hey guys, if you guys are new to the channel, consider hitting that like button and that subscribe button. We have been ramping up the NFL Draft content lately, and it's just going to keep coming, so if you guys enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. Today, we're going to be joined by a very special guest, co-content creator and mentor, the Mock Draft Guy. Cooper DeJean is a super interesting player. In 2022, DeJean had a pretty solid season. He was targeted 72 times, allowed 422 yards, but had 5 interceptions and 2 touchdowns while racking up 75 tackles for the Hawkeyes. They weren't super elite numbers, but you could see something there with him for sure. In 2023, he had a much better season in terms of yards allowed and receptions, as he only allowed 205 yards and 21 receptions on the year. He had 2 interceptions and 41 tackles this season as well for the Hawkeyes, before his season was ultimately cut short due to an injury. The most intriguing part of Cooper DeJean's game is his versatility. He has played just about everywhere on the defensive side of the ball. He played a majority of his snaps at the cornerback spot, but he took a number of snaps in the slot, in the box, he played in the safety spot, and he's an extremely versatile weapon that in that defensive backfield can be used in so many different ways. DeJean has very good instincts and a knack for the football. He has great speed and the ability to close rather quickly. In zone coverage, he does a very good job of reading the quarterback's eyes and baiting him to make ill-timed throws where he can jump and make a play on the football. He has 13 pass deflections over the last 2 years for the Hawkeyes, and his ball skills are really on point. He can be dialed up as a blitzer, and he does a really good job of coming down and defending the run, which is an underrated aspect of his game. Lastly, Cooper DeJean is a very solid punt returner, which you love to see the special teams aspect of this player, as he's produced a number of very big plays in the special teams department, and he has some upside in that area for the Hawkeyes, which is super intriguing.
Cooper DeJean is an excellent prospect, and due to his versatility and athletic ability, he's really fun to watch and to break down. Regardless of that, he does have his fair share of weaknesses or areas that he can improve upon. The first thing that I'll say is to maximize DeJean's abilities at the NFL level. The best move forward will be to transition to safety, with some reps as a nickel corner. As an outside or press corner at the NFL level, his transitions and footwork need refinement to allow his short area agility to mirror routes more effectively. When DeJean is forced to backpedal instead of play with his back to the sideline, you don't see the same natural athleticism or instincts when he's forced into a reactive movement. Cooper DeJean is a versatile player. There's no denying that. His size, athletic ability, and ball skills make him a Swiss Army knife type of defender. For someone that has the size to play in the box as a safety, he lacks the true physicality you would look for as a tackler. He doesn't bring that violence to his game. Also at times, DeJean can get a little lazy with his fundamentals and his tackling technique, wildly crashing down trying to lay a big hit, but sometimes coming up completely empty. Finally, DeJean will sometimes rely too heavily on his speed and overcommit on pursuit angles. I would like to see him tighten up those angles and take a more fundamental approach to the ball carrier.
Cooper DeJean is a joker. The Atlanta Falcons created a new position with Cordarrelle Patterson this season, and I do believe that DeJean is the closest thing we have seen to a defensive version of that player. I think his versatility and his ability to play anywhere on the field, it's incredible. I love this player, and while he does have some question marks, he is my number 2 safety in the NFL draft, which is where I ultimately think he plays in the NFL. I think his skills translate better to the safety position, and he is my number 20 player on my big board.
Now, in terms of a scheme fit for CooperDejean, this might be one of the more tricky players in the draft class to find an exact fit for. If I'm thinking about today's NFL, I think coordinators would get the most out of his abilities in a zone-heavy, cover 3 type of defense. DeJean can line up on the boundary or as a free safety as a deep third, or even more towards the box in the flat as the strong safety. DeJean can even stay on the field as a big nickel type of defender, covering that linebacker position if the defensive coordinator doesn't want to sacrifice athleticism on the field. DeJean has more than enough size to play this role if needed.
My player comparison for DeJean is Jeremy Chinn. Chinn is a guy who has played virtually everywhere for Carolina. He has played safety, linebacker, and even played in the slot for the Panthers. They are both extremely versatile weapons who could play anywhere on the defensive side of the football. I think DeJean could be a better version of what Chinn has been in Carolina. DeJean is a very interesting player. He has great versatility and could be a huge addition for a number of teams. Ultimately, I believe that CooperDejean will be a first-round pick in the 2024 NFL Draft.